If you work with e-commerce on Google Ads, you have to learn about this new term, UCP. Stick around until the end because we're breaking it down. Let's go. We've all made the joke, Google search will never change. Guess what? It just did, and you better be ready. I even predicted this on my podcast that the future doesn't really need website front ends. Well, that future is way closer than ever before. As you know, when buying Google Ads clicks, Google's only job so far has been to send traffic to websites where ideally a sale would happen. Well, Google just found another way to create a sale without your website and just skip straight to creating a sale instead. They call it the Universal Commerce Protocol, or UCP for short. You will hear this term a lot if you're working with eCom and Google Ads. It will drive literally billions in revenue for Google and its advertisers over the coming years. UCP is the new infrastructure designed for agentic commerce. In other words, buying stuff directly in an AI chat like Gemini that Google owns, or AI mode in search, without needing to even leave the actual AI chat, and buying without even visiting your website. Now here's the breakdown of exactly what the UCP means for e-commerce. UCP is a new universal language for e-commerce. It allows AI agents to talk directly to the backend of your database. Think connecting to your feed, seeing product attributes such as price, availability, colors, models, descriptions, and everything else that can help a buyer make a buying decision. As you know, the current way of buying for your customers on Google search goes like this. Step 1, search on Google. Step 2, click product ad. Step 3, load the website. Step 4, add to cart. Step 5, checkout. In the new UCP way of working, there's only 3 steps. A user finds a product that they want to buy when talking to AI. They tell it, buy those shoes in size 10 or whatever. And then they confirm the checkout information. And that's it. The AI agent buys the product for you using your Google profile information or information you provide to the AI as you check out during your chat. During the new way of checking out, the AI instantly presents the price, the tax, the shipping, all through API to the end user inside the AI chat. And it completes the purchase inside the Google interface using, for example, your Google profile information or information you provide directly to the AI as you're checking out during the chat experience, such as shipping and how you're going to pay. Crucial point to add here, the e-commerce shop is still the merchant of record. This means that the e-com owns all of the customer data and the processing of the payment, but Google owns the actual UI, effectively white labeling the entire checkout flow to Google AI surfaces. Now, to make sure your store can use these AI buying agents, you have to execute on 3 things. First, product feed structure in Merchant Center. Your feed is no longer used just for advertising. It's now used for transaction as well, which means you have to implement a few new attributes. The most important attribute is the one they call native_commerce. If this is not set to true on item level, you literally cannot do agentic sales for that particular item. Another attribute or group attribute you will need to add is a legal disclosure directly into the feed using the new consumer_notice group attribute. This is mandatory for all items with regulatory warning requirements. And depending on where you are, they might actually be different ones. For example, California has its own. Secondly, technical discovery. You will need to host a specific JSON file on your domain's server, specifically at .well-known/UCP. And I've also added all of the documentation from all of these things so that you can just click it up and see exactly what you will need to send to your developer. You can think of this file as your store's ID card. When an AI agent arrives at your domain, it reads the file first to understand your capabilities. It asks your domain, do you handle loyalty programs? Do you accept Google Pay? Where are your API endpoints located? And so on. Third, the transaction loop. This is going to be the heaviest lift for your developers. And if you have Google Pay, it's actually much easier. I've included the sources here as well so that you can share it with your developers in terms of documentation. You're going to need real-time APIs that can receive a request from Google and instantly return total pricing, including accurate tags and shipping in milliseconds. When the user changes their shipping address in the Gemini chat, Google pings your server and you have to return the new tags and shipping totals in under 200 milliseconds. If your server lags, the AI agent literally hangs up on the customer. And finally, conversion tracking changes completely with this. You can't rely on a browser-based Gtag pixel with this new sales channel, which means Google Tag Manager is going to need some updates from your end. Once a sale happens in Gemini, you must use server-side webhooks to push order statuses back to Google or enhance conversion for leads, and they require full order data payload every single time the status changes from processing to shipped. So what does this mean for your e-commerce strategy? Well, here's a few of my bets. The first bet: feed optimization has completely changed. It's no longer just about stuffing a bunch of keywords into the titles, it's about transactional readiness. If your feed lacks the legal data or the native commerce tags, you are now invisible to AI shopping. Your online brand experience is going to take a severe loss of value. When a user buys through AI, they don't see your beautiful UX, your UI, your email pop-ups, or your in-cart upsells, and your product descriptions in the feed are now the only branding touchpoints when selling through these agentic chats. Branding inside the physical box delivered to the end clients will increase in value tremendously, since you might potentially even take a hit on email subscribers from sales coming through here. You have to make sure that your customers are onboarded to your loyalty programs, because that's going to be super important, since that's no longer going to happen through the website. Speed is everything. If your custom tech stack takes more than 3 seconds to calculate shipping via API, the agent will drop the sessions, the sales will fail. So make sure that your developers are actually building this for speed. Front ends are going to lose value. The question is, what will gain in value? And ironically enough, like you're seeing this, video, some more video, and then additional video. Brand building will be everything through video. That's one of my big bets. If they know they want to buy from you before they buy, you can't really lose. Tracking will need an overhaul for almost every single account in the market. Server side will definitely be increasing in value, and implementing enhanced conversion for leads is great, but it's not going to cover everything, especially if they don't have a Google profile. Finally, among my bets, Google Pay is about to take some serious market share in the payment provider space, but PayPal support has been announced for Q2 2026. Now, if you're on Shopify, you have a head start as they are a lead partner. They've already built something completely new that they're calling Agentic Storefronts. So try to keep an eye open for that if you own a Shopify store. If you're on a custom stack, you'll definitely need to talk to your developers immediately about these API requirements and making sure you're updating all of your JSON files as well. The UCP isn't just like a little feature update. It's a completely new infrastructure for the internet that connects every AI assistant to every warehouse on planet Earth that is using Google products, of course. Google is changing dramatically, so make sure your data structure is ready for that change. If you're not ready, I'm just one message away to help you sort it out. Stay humble, all the best.